record. Whoever wants recording, I'll share it. So okay. So we have seen Selenium 3 is using JSON wire protocol, right? But Selenium 4 removed that JSON wire protocol concept, and they have introduced W3C concept. So W3C means World Wide Web Consortium concept they have used. So what this will do is basically this Selenium WebDriver is W3C standard in Selenium 4. So it provides a friendly and flexible API for browser automation, and also so it encourages the compatibility across various software implementations of the WebDriver APIs. Most of the W3C standards on the web technologies, they will focus on the web technologies, making the framework more stable and reducing the complexities in the different browsers. So what will happen is, in the Selenium 3, you are sending a request. That request will convert into JSON. JSON will send the request to the server. But that is avoided here. Directly, your request will go to server. So there is no in between that. Again, converting into JSON, all these formats are they avoided. So multiple times the calls are going, and every time it is converting, and then it will give one more layer they reduced here. So in the browser itself, you have the request will go directly to the server, and then action happened on the real browsers. That's what this W3C concept. All the web technologies concept they applied here. That's the first one, architectural change. So they removed the JSON wire protocol and they introduced the W3C standardization in Selenium 4. That's the first architectural change. Second one, Selenium Grid enhanced with the new updates. So Selenium Grid in Selenium 3 was, you have a hub and node concept, right? I already explained that. I don't know how many of you remember that. So you have to start separately hub and separately node. You have to start in Selenium 3, but in Selenium 4, it is not like that. So if you start the hub, all nodes also will start automatically. That's what here. See, the hub and nodes are need to separately started when performing automation test cases in Selenium 3, earlier versions of Selenium Grid. But in Selenium 4, hub and nodes are packed in single jar file, which means once the server starts, it acts as a both hub and node. So you don't need to separately start them. That's the change in the Selenium 4. So what is the change? Selenium 3 or earlier versions, Selenium Grid is the meaning of hub and node concept, hub and node architecture. So first you have to start the hub. Hub is nothing but admin server. And there are multiple nodes are configured to hub, right? And every node you have to start it. That's the earlier version concept. But in the Selenium 4, the hub and nodes will come in a single jar file. If you start the jar file, server jar file, both will start. That's the they made a so drastic change here in Selenium 4 on the grid. So grid also supports IPv6 addresses, following its users to communicate with the grid using the HTTPS protocol with the support of TLS connections. For TLS connections, this is the transport layer secure, right? That protocols are supported in Selenium Grid. So Selenium Grid is more scalable and traceable infrastructure, so which supports, and it has a lot of components like a router, session map, distributor, and node. All these are added Selenium 4. And also Selenium Grid comes with a Docker image support. So you can directly use the Docker image, and so you can run your test cases on the containers. Before it was not there. That's the advantage with Selenium 4. So these are all the DevOps process they implemented in the Selenium 4. So the above feature gives users the flexibility of deploying Selenium Grid on Kubernetes. Selenium Grid 4 can be beneficial and can result in the DevOps process. So like it supports like AWS, Azure, and GPS also, Google Cloud, GCP. So this is the advantage with the Selenium 4 Grid 4 features. Extra, they added a containerization support given in Selenium 4. So, and another third one is improvement in Selenium 4 IDE. Selenium IDE, they improved, right? So Selenium IDE is a record and playback tool that was available and add-on to the Firefox in the earlier versions. But they added support for Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. All three browsers you can plug in this Selenium IDE and you can do your recorded playback actions. That's another new change in the Selenium 4, right? So, and also the another features it is added is, so the latest update is a user interface to deliver an intuitive user experience, and also it comes with a side tool, Selenium IDE runner, that allows to run your test cases on even Node.js platform also you can run. That's an extra feature they added here. In the Selenium IDE, there is no conditions, while if conditions were not there. Now they added that while if conditions in Selenium IDE tool. And also the Selenium IDE recorded scripts you can run in the cross-browser test or local or cloud Selenium Grid. Using recorded script also you can run on different browsers also. So that feature is there in the Selenium 4 IDE. And fourth feature is relative locators for automation test scripts. So this relative locators concept was not there in the Selenium 3. Selenium 4 brought this feature, locating your web elements based on the different type of elements. So relative locators are also referred to as a friendly locators, help locate web elements near to, left of, right of, above, and below the specific element. So that's the relative locators means. It supports the usage of with tag name. There is a with tag name method. This method you can use to recognize your elements. So on the left to, right to, above, below, these methods, these are the all methods, near to, left of, right of, above method, below method, they added in this Selenium 4. Particular element above, particular element left, particular element right, you can identify using this with the tag name locator, with the tag name method, you can identify your elements. That's the relative locators they added in Selenium 4. And fifth one is Chrome debugging protocols. Chrome debugging protocols is nothing but, so I don't know how many of you know the developer tools, developer tools in the browser. So these Chrome dev tools is a set of tools built directly in the Chrome browser and also Microsoft Edge to help the developers to debug and investigate the issues. This will help you. So let me show you what are these development tools. This Chrome development tools CDP is added in Selenium 4. Before it was not supporting. So let me show you the Chrome debug tools. So you open any website, maybe Facebook I'll open. Okay. So now you can see how it loaded, what are all the requests it is loaded. You can go and inspect. You can see here, let me bring this to bottom side so that you can see. Yeah, see network protocols, console, these errors you can collect now with the Selenium4, and also in the network traffic. So network traffic, so how it is happening, each this, can you see here status code? See this each status code, you can find out headers and request URL. What is the request URL? And what is the request method, post, or a status code 200? All these things you can get with this CDP tools. With the CDP tools, you can get that this Chrome debug to protocol concept. So that means you can find out your browser's console logs you can get, and capture and monitor the network traffic and performance. See, this network, entire network traffic you can capture, and performance also you can capture, and memory and applications and console, all these things you can capture with these features. So mock geolocation for location aware testing, localization and international testing you can do with this Selenium4 features. Changes the device mode and exercise the responsiveness of the application. You can find the responsiveness of the how quickly it is loading your page. You can find out all these concepts with the Selenium4. So that's a Chrome driver class, which includes the two methods: get dev tools and execute CDP command. So these things will help us to work with network speed, marking the geolocations, accessing the console logs, capturing the performance metrics, bypassing the pops up for authentication through CDP APIs. You can do all this. So this console logs you can get. See, there are many errors, right? All this you can get with this CDP tools, and also this network traffic. So how it is moving each API, so which is working, which is not working, you can find out. So the status, the status you can find out. If you reload, see the page is going to load. So the 200 status you're getting. Sometimes one of the URLs may not work here. So you will get instead of 200, 400, 404, something like that. So those things you can find out here itself in the network tab. So that's a very, very important. So that feature before it was not there, they added in Selenium4. That's one good thing. And so you can perform the geolocation testing and also network conditions testing you can find out with this Chrome developed tools. And also it supports the 3G, 4G, 5G network also you can test with this Selenium4. So that's a fifth feature they added. And sixth one, multiple windows and tabs. Now see, I opened this one, this is the one tab, this is the one tab, and this is another tab, right? This multiple windows, how you can switch from one window to other window, that switching to multiple tabs and opening different tabs and opening a new tab also, you can do easily with this new window concept or navigate to method. Window type dot window if used, it will go to new window. So window type dot tab if used, it will open a new tab. So this without switching logic, you can directly move to this windows or a tab. Whatever the tab you are specifying, you can go to that tab. That's a good feature they added in the Selenium4. So otherwise, so you have to switch to different windows and tabs. It was a complex. You don't know how to handle windows, and your test scripts will fail. So that concept they made very easy to switch to the different windows and tabs with this window type method. Easily you can do that, switching between the windows. And so next feature there, telemetry and GraphQL. So a framework called Open Telemetry has been added to Selenium Grid. This feature brings more observability into grid, as it allows testers to see what is happening inside the grid, especially when something goes wrong while running the test cases. You can look into the logs and it provides automatically. So that extra feature they added in the Selenium Grid. So that front end console is there, and you can find out where it is going wrong and what is missing. And also Grid has now a front end console which is powered by GraphQL. So endpoint, GraphQL endpoint is like a REST APIs, so that it allows testers to run a GraphQL query against the Selenium Grid, either distributed on a local machine, and you can test the your APIs also with this GraphQL concept. So this feature helps testers extract useful metrics and information from the grid to fulfill the monitoring needs. Basically, monitoring easily you can do what is happening inside the grid when you're running on the distributed environment and different browsers you are running. So what is happening you can find out with this Selenium4 grid new features, telemetry and GraphQL. And another thing is improved documentation. So there are a lot of changes happened, but they didn't bother about this changes. And Selenium4, they removed all the deprecated things, everything they removed and corrected the documentation. So that's what happened in the Selenium4. So the documentation is clear and concisely made the documentation. So that's another 8 features makes Selenium4 very, very strong. So what is deprecated and changed in Selenium4? So let's make all short